Welcome back, and we're talking about pendulum care, how to care for a pendulum. And I never realized that I had my own way of caring for a pendulum until I realized what I wasn't doing. So I'll share some of the things that I don't do and then some of the things that I do. Um, these crystal pendulums, I find the chakra pendulums are very clear and they don't require energy clearing. I've never energetically cleared one of my pendulums. It's never felt necessary. That being said, I do feel like it clears itself and it resets itself. And the way that I feel it does that is I am only I'm only holding and maneuvering the pendulum from the top. So I'm only touching this copper top. I'm never touching the bottom. I'm never touching the crystal bottom. I'm never touching the beads. I'm only operating the pendulum by holding the top. There's something to that. There's definitely something to that. I also hang my pendulums in the light. So all of my pendulums, their resting place is hanging. And I definitely feel that the light is helping to just maintain that clear energy within the pendulums. So it doesn't go into a box unless it's my travel pendulum. If I've got a lot of them. At some point I'll show maybe part of my collection, but I have a lot of these babies. And I do have a travel pendulum, and when I take it with me, it usually goes in my wallet and I'll wrap it up in something. I do try to keep them away from electronics just because it feels like it can interfere with the clarity of the energy. But that being said, I'm using my phone right now to take this video, and my pendulum is in close proximity to it, and it always bounces back and recovers fine. It, again, never needs clearing. If you do feel like your pendulum needs clearing, there are different ways that you can work with that. You can simply run energy for it and clear it. If you work with Reiki energy, if you work with chakra energy, if you work with any type of universal healing energy, you can intentionally, and everyone has access to universal healing energy, you can clear your pendulum energetically. You can also leave it out in the full moon and allow the moon energy to cleanse it. That's a very common way to clear crystals, and it's very powerful. You can lay it on a bed of salt. So I really like that. I actually have a drawer of salt, and I lay crystals on the drawer of salt to clear them, oftentimes in the full moon. So different ways that you can clear it. But I highly recommend experimenting with hanging your pendulum. If you hang it in the light, that may be enough. As always, pay attention to what's coming through for you. So if you feel like your pendulum is clear, trust that it's clear. If you feel like it's unclear, then take steps to intentionally allow that um, the tool to cleanse itself. So in those various ways. You may also want to watch it. You may want to wash it if you feel that it's just, if there are lots of fingerprints on it or if it's been touching things, you can wash it. But I would recommend experimenting with hanging it. And if you do have a prism bottom, then maybe not touching the bottom. There's something to that. The only time that I would touch the bottom is if it really feels like it needs to reconnect with your energy, and then you can simply touch the bottom crystal to the palm of the hand, and that's about it. I will add that for the chakra trainings, in order to connect with the energy initially, oftentimes people will wear their pendulums on their physical body. I wear my pendulum on my physical body at times when I feel like I need an extra booster or just as a way to walk around with it, because that's not weird to be walking around with a pendulum hooked into your bra. There are many different ways that you can connect with it, but I do feel that that's different. Actually having it on your physical body hanging, again, is different from holding it and touching the crystals. So do what resonates with you, and I hope that this is helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.